Welcome back to the TWSN YouTube channel. We are continuing our countdown until the NFL draft with our team-specific 7-round mock drafts. Today, we are going to be hitting on the Minnesota Vikings coming in at pick 23 for day 23. As you can tell here right away, they don't got a lot of picks to work with. You know, they got 23, and then not till 87. And then you got 87, and not till 119, 158, and 211. Only got 5 total picks to work with in this draft. Who knows what direction things are going to go. It is a mock draft simulator. I'm going to try to keep things a little bit more realistic for you and your guys' fan base. So immediately, I'm sure if Will Levis is there, they would probably consider him, but he won't be, so I'm not going to act like he is. So next up, we need some cornerback help. I've been preaching for them to get a wide receiver for quite some time now. They just need some help on the defense side of the football. Brian Branch is very interesting to me. He's a little bit more of your hybrid safety. I do think, he can kind of really help check off some of the cornerback needs. I'm going to look at the true corners. Emmanuel Forbes is very tempting here for them as well. And I think that's just where I'm going to go. Cover corners don't typically last too long. This team has needed a cornerback for what feels like forever. I think a lot of people view Forbes as a potential anomaly at the cornerback position because of his weight. But I mean, if this guy weighed 20 more pounds, 15 more pounds, I think there's a very good argument for him being the first corner off the board this year. The ball skills are phenomenal. There's so much to like about him. Literally, the only knock on him is that he's very, very light. Is that a reason to be concerned? Yeah, it's totally a fair concern. But with a team like the Vikings, the upside is there. So good. He's so good. I think they just need all the help they can get in the secondary, and he adds exactly what they need, a potential CB1 on the outside. Now, again, I do want to add them a receiver, but I'm not sure what direction of receiver I truly want to go there for them. Here at 87, I do want to add somebody on the interior. They pick again at 119, which isn't too far away, so maybe I'll try to get some value there. And I do think I'm going to go receiver. I'm going to go Rashid Rice here. This wide receiver class is so weird. If you watch any of the other videos, I'm not the highest on it, but I do like the way Rice fits in with this receiving core. You lost Adam Thielen. I know it's not the biggest loss in the world, but Thielen is productive at the end of the day. I think Rice is a good complement to the skill set that Justin Jefferson brings. He's your bigger body guy. He's got some wheels to him. He's just a really good complement to Justin Jefferson. I know they still have some younger guys that they think could maybe turn into something a little better. They traded for Jalen Reagor last year. But I think they just need a little bit more of even just another guy to develop, another guy that can come in and play right away. And I think Rashid Rice is that. I think that fits perfectly with what the Vikings like to do on offense and as a great complement to Justin Jefferson. Now, they don't have a lot of picks. I really wouldn't hate a double dip in the cornerback position. I love a lot of these corners still on the board. I really do. But I do think they need some defensive line help, and I do think they need some edge help. I'm going to go Zach Pickens here. Zach Pickens is one of my favorite interior offensive linemen. This is a sweet spot for interior defensive linemen. I like Pickens. I like Wooden a lot. Jaquelin Roy is pretty solid as well. It's just, he's more of your 3-tech, rusher passer kind of guy. I just like him. They need some help on the defense side of the football. These last 2 picks are also going to continue to be spent on the defensive side of the football. Probably edge. Maybe we will double dip at corner. Who really knows? But they need to continue to get better defensively. Their offense has been good year in and year out. I don't expect that to change. But they need to continue to get better defensively. And now here at 158, I'm gonna take KJ Henry. He's a little bit older, but I don't think that should turn a team like the Vikings off of him at all. I mean, as you can see, the mock draft agrees it's pretty great value, A+ pick there. I think that he's just good. He's obviously a little older, but I think there's a lot to like there with KJ Henry. He played really well at Clemson, especially this last year, which is what you like to see if you are older. You do want to see them producing quite a bit. So it is good that, that those two things aligned. There's obviously something to be desired with him. But with this last pick, I'm going to continue to stay in the defensive line side of the football. I think I am going to check the corners real quick. There are some guys that are interesting, not going to lie. But then there's no more player that's interesting to me here than DJ Johnson. Former tight end. It's a C. Don't care. This guy's 6'6", 255, ran a 4.49, ran faster than every safety at the combine, still learning the edge position. That's a high upside pick for the Minnesota Vikings. And when you have 5 picks, it's okay to take a shot on a very high upside guy at a premier position in edge, like they did with DJ Johnson here, especially when you pair him with higher floor guys with KJ Henry and Zach Pickens. Again, not a lot of work with here in Minnesota this year. Um, Maybe they add in another receiver or later round receiver, but I expect this to be a continued defensive draft for them. They need to continue to get better in this area. Forbes, Rice, Pickens, Henry, and DJ Johnson is a phenomenal start. Kind of rebuilding, getting this team younger, and continuing to open up their window. They have one of the best players in the game of football in Justin Jefferson. They need to continue to maximize that window, and I think this does a very good job of that. But that wraps up the Minnesota Vikings team-specific 7-round mock draft. As we're inching closer until the NFL draft, if you want to follow along with all draft news, all NFL and sports news in general, make sure you're following on all TWSN social media accounts. If you don't want to miss your team-specific 7-round mock draft, make sure you stay followed along here on the TWSN YouTube channel. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys soon.